You know what really helped me go from making $1,200 per launch in 2020 to making over $800,000 per launch in 2023? Guys, I'll give you a hint. It wasn't a secret formula. It wasn't a magical hack or strategy. And it definitely wasn't a grind till you die mentality. You guys, it was getting in the right room in front of the right people. And that right circle of influence raises the bar, helping us set new, higher expectations for ourselves and elevate our standards for the life we live and the business we operate. Because the truth is that we don't know what we're truly capable of until we get into the room with the people who are going bigger than us, scaling higher, and showing us what is possible. When you join us in Austin at Burnout to All Out Live this October, you will be stepping into the room. This 2 to 3 day experience, depending on if you go VIP, is the most results-oriented event for business owners and entrepreneurs. It's unlike any other event you've attended. If you're looking for dynamic growth opportunities, cutting edge ideas, a supportive community, and energizing inspiration to help you elevate your business and upgrade your life, you'll find it at Burnout to All Out Live. But I have to warn you, last year the seats sold out weeks in advance. As a matter of fact, our gold VIP tickets, and I'm recording this ad in January, are totally sold out already. They've been snatched up. We do have some silver VIP tickets for that extra third day, and there's a good chance we're going to totally sell out this event again. So if you want in, I encourage you to grab your ticket now before the prices go up and the silver VIP tickets are completely gone. Check out the show notes from this podcast episode for the link to grab your ticket to secure your spot at Burnout to All Out Live 2024, where we will be elevating you. Or if you have a web browser handy, open up a new tab and go to www.burnout2allout.co/live-events. Can't wait to see you there. Hey. I hope you guys enjoy these, what I'm calling podcast shorts for my Burnout to All Out community. This is just a little peek behind the curtain of the coaching that goes on inside of my programs. We're bringing to you some of the best nuggets and coaching I'm giving within hot seats of all of our different programs, whether it's our LinkedIn Method Academy, our mini mastermind business basics, all the way up to our higher level mastermind. If you're hearing some of these questions and you're like, man, I wish I could get my burning question answered by Melissa. Hey, guess what? You could be featured on my podcast. If you've got a question that you want answered and you submit it to my team and we pick it, we will bring you here to the podcast for our podcast shorts and do a hot seat with you. Where can you submit your questions? Send them to teamburnout2allout.co. We'll make sure we drop that in the show notes for our podcast shorts. And I hope that you guys find as much value in these shorts as our clients do inside the program. Need some effective tactical advice that actually helps you get results and makes a real difference in your life and business? You've come to the right place. If you're finding yourself here today, it means you're getting ready to gain serious traction in your business, rapidly multiply your income and impact, and you're ready to make it happen while living all out. Guys, I'm Melissa Hinault, your trustworthy corporate dropout turned six-figure business burnout turned happy and healthy CEO of a multi-million-dollar online business. And you're listening to the Burnout to All Out podcast. On this show, we're serving up innovative growth strategies, simple implementation methods to put them into practice, and action-stimulating inspiration tailored specifically for the modern entrepreneur. Let's dive in.
How discerning should we be with people who are connecting with us? Like, I feel like I'm getting a lot of those requests and they're using probably like a lot of these same strategies. They're asking questions and just creating that relationship. And many of them are coaches or entrepreneurs, but I know they're obviously trying to get me into their world. I just want to know how discerning we should be with that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great question. And it's going to be up to you as far as, how you would leverage that relationship, right? Because your network is your net worth. Are they ideal client, or are they highly networked in a way that would give you more visibility? And where I'm going with this is, so for instance, some of you may have heard this story, some maybe not, but when I first left corporate and made a post, I had a general manager for a Fortune 500 who was not my ideal audience, but he was in charge of entire North America for a company, engaged and acknowledged and commented on some of my content because he happened to be one of my personal professional connections. And that post went viral because of the thousands of women who were actually connected to him and saw his support of my post. My content never would have been seen by the women in his network had he not engaged with my post, right? So I don't want you guys just thinking about, is this my ideal audience? But also think about, is this person highly networked? And could there be a symbiotic relationship here where I support them and they support me, even though they're not necessarily my network, but their network possibly is my network? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that will be my advice.
Okay. And then if you had to, how many do you recommend? Like if you reached out to, is it 5 to 10 people a day, or how much would you say is like a good number?
Does anybody remember the rule on LinkedIn? I bet Peter knows. He's a expert here. How many people can you connect with in a day on LinkedIn? Who knows?
Well, I know George, the percent.
George knows. Rose knows. 5% of your total
5%.
Network.
Right.
Yeah.
But is that the number you'd reach for to do every day?
I highly recommend connecting with as many as you can based off threshold. I'll mark my words. The faster all of you can get to a fresh network of 500 to 1,000, the faster you're going to see results. The number one rate limiting factor to success in our academy is I'll have clients like month 4 or 5 be like, I'm posting content, I'm doing all the things, and there's no engagement. And I say, cool. How many people are you growing in your network every day? And they look at me like deer in headlights and they're like, well, not, or they're adding 5 and they've added like maybe 100 people to their network since the day they started. 2% of your network sees your content on any given day. So if you only add 100 people to your network in the time that you're in the academy, 2 people are seeing your content every day, right? So just let that sink in for a second. Yes, it is the most visible platform on social media, but you do have to grow ferociously your network. When I say ferocious, I mean like 500 to 1,000, which is nothing compared to the other platforms. So once you get to that place in the modules of network growth strategy, I highly recommend it become one of your income producing activities on LinkedIn every single day to max out that 5%, right? Add as many people to your network as you can. This is where some of you who came in with a huge network, but the wrong network, are actually advantaged in the sense that your 5% threshold is much higher than the guy who came in with 100. But the flip side is the guy who came in with 100 also doesn't have a screwed up algorithm because they now are going to control the first real 500 that come into their network. And they're going to have a really tight network that has a lot of high engagement because it's selectively just the people they want to connect with. So don't feel like you're at a disadvantage if you're on either end, right? You can overcome in either category, but grow your networks ferociously. And don't complain to me about not having activity until you have at least 500 new connections. And then let's talk about what's broken. Because typically when you get to 500, if it's the right audience and you're posting content, it's like popcorn in there. But you got to get there. It's like the magic number. So great question. Thanks, guys, so much for listening in on today's podcast episode. And I can't wait for you to see my upcoming guest in the next episode. You are going to love this keynote speaker. Hey, here's the deal. If you liked this, please subscribe and leave a review. And you want the latest online business growth strategies and exclusive LinkedIn pro tips sent straight to your phone? Text the word update to 704-318-2285. That is, text the word update to 704-318-2285.
Can't wait to see you guys. Come find me over on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you like to hang. Cannot wait to hear how you are enjoying and applying what you're learning. You guys reach out to me over on social because I love hearing what's resonating with you. When you reach out to me and you send me those personal DMs, they really do impact the content I continue to bring forward to you. So again, come find me, Melissa_Hinault over on Instagram, Melissa Hinault over on LinkedIn and Facebook. Can't wait to see you guys over there.